In today's video, we're traveling back about 500 years to the Ming Dynasty of the 1500s. We'll explore the life of a modest scholar named Liao Fan, whose profound insights have influenced generations of his countrymen and others well beyond his time. In his youth, Liao Fan sought the insights of a fortune teller named Mr. Kong. In brief, this is what Mr. Kong predicted.
Who would live until the age of 53. You could ascend to the position of a county magistrate, no descendants for you. When you turned 53, resign and return to your hometown like a falling leaf returning to its roots.
Every year, Mr. Kong's predictions about Liao Fan's income and exam rankings were accurate, leading Liao Fan to firmly believe in them. Since his life was predetermined, Liao Fan's heart was also set, devoid of any desires. While many people sought fame and wealth, Liao Fan had no such aspirations. He knew that what was not in his destiny could not be obtained, so he simply stopped wishing for it. One day, while wandering in the mountains, Liao Fan came across a secluded temple where Zen Master Yungu resided. Welcoming him warmly, the Zen Master invited Liao Fan to stay and meditate. For 3 days and 3 nights, they sat in meditation, without allowing a single stray thought to disturb their minds. Impressed, the Zen Master praised him, saying,
"Your skill is extraordinary. Few can achieve what you have."
Liao Fan replied, "My life has been predetermined. There's no use or need for me to think about it or to desire anything." The Zen Master burst into laughter and remarked,
"I thought you were a saint, but it turns out you are still an ordinary man."
Unable to grasp the meaning, Liao Fan asked for further explanation.
"For the past 20 years your fate has been determined by Mr. Kong and did not do a thing to change it. A person who is bound by fate is an ordinary person. If you are not ordinary, then who is?"
Mr. Liao Fan became doubtful and said, "Since destiny is predetermined, can it still be changed?" This doubt troubled him, and he could not resolve it. The Zen Master smiled and replied,
"To change one's destiny, one must first understand the nature of fate. Fate is like a river. It flows in a certain direction, but its course can be altered by the rocks and obstacles it encounters. Similarly, our destiny is shaped by our actions and choices."
Liao Fan pondered the monk's words and asked, "What actions must one take to alter their destiny?" The Zen Master replied,
"One must abandon evil and cultivate goodness. A person of exceptional goodness can transcend their predetermined fate, even if it initially entails suffering. Through their profound acts of kindness, they have the ability to transform their suffering into joy and change their poor and low life into one filled with wealth and respect. Virtuous actions bring good people and opportunities together. Over time, everything will start to make sense."
The Zen Master continued,
"Similarly, a person of extreme evil is also not bound by destiny. Even though their fate may originally promise prosperity, if they commit great acts of evil, the power of these acts can turn their blessings into misfortune. No benefit is derived from blind seeking."
Intrigued by the Zen Master's teachings, Liao Fan asked, "How does one know what is evil and what is good?" The Zen Master said,
"Evil causes harm and suffering to oneself and others, while goodness brings benefit and happiness. It is up to each individual to discern the difference and choose wisely."
After the insightful dialogue with the Zen Master, Liao Fan spent the following morning alone, meditating by the tranquil temple garden. The cool breeze carried the distant sounds of temple bells, which seemed to echo the Zen Master's words. As the sun began to rise, casting long shadows over the garden, the Zen Master approached Liao Fan, his presence calm and reassuring.
"Before you leave,"
he said, handing Liao Fan a small, carefully folded piece of parchment,
"I have written down a brief teaching about the Middle Way. Reflect on this. It may guide you as you seek balance in your kindness and in protecting your spirit."
Liao Fan gratefully accepted the parchment, thanking the Zen Master for his wisdom and guidance. With a respectful bow, he bid the Zen Master goodbye. Once alone, he carefully unfolded the parchment and read,
"In the pursuit of kindness, embrace the middle way, not merely a path of moderation, but a practice of balance. Protecting oneself while extending compassion is not about withholding true generosity, but about ensuring that such generosity does not drain one's own essence. Like a tree that bends in the wind but does not break, it does so not out of surrender, but from a rooted strength and flexible resilience. Act with compassion but without attachment, meaning being kind and helpful but not becoming overly attached to the outcomes or allowing oneself to be negatively impacted by the situations of others.
Liao Fan folded the parchment, feeling a sense of clarity wash over him. This teaching of the Middle Way was not just a method but a philosophy, one that promised a richer, more balanced way of living. It was a lesson not just in changing destiny, but in nurturing a life that could stand strong amidst the complexities of the world. Liao Fan lived his life as dictated by Mr. Khan's predictions, neither doing evil nor doing good. He simply went through life's motions, which he found quite pitiful and uncomfortable. It was only through the Zen Master's guidance that he gained understanding and enlightenment. Later on, Liao Fan wrote the book Liao Fan's for Lessons with the aim of educating his son, Yuan Tianchi. Drawing from his own journey of altering his destiny, the book provides guiding principles that aid individuals in improving their lives, managing situations more effectively, and ultimately becoming better human beings. Held in high regard by literate families across China, the book had been cherished as a family heirloom for generations. Its influence extended beyond national borders, significantly shaping Japan's governance and economic strategies, especially resonating with young people during the transformative Meiji era. The teachings of Liao Fan had profoundly impacted Chinese culture for more than 4 centuries and had also influenced Japanese society for over 100 years. Liao Fan passed away at the age of 73 in 1606, leaving behind a legacy encapsulated in his enduring work. Thanks for watching. Explore our next story on the pop-up screen, inspired by true events, about how adversity opens a new path for a young lady named Elena. Take care and stay inspired.